Hi guys, this reading is for September 27th through whatever Sunday, I guess, right? Can you believe it's already the end of the month? Holy cow, this year's like flying by. It seems like just yesterday it was December of last year, like Halloween of last year, right? I hope we can have trick-or-treaters. I don't do the trick-or-treating, but I do give out the candy. So I hope we don't lose Halloween this year. What about you? Are you looking forward to Halloween? I know it's still September, but Halloween lives in my heart all year long. I'm constantly thinking about Halloween. I like buy a lot of crap on Halloween, after Halloween, like the day after, so November 1st, and then I go save it throughout the house, hiding it, so that way I get Halloween fixes throughout the year. That's how much I love Halloween. Okay, so we've been shuffling for a little bit. This reading is for September 27th. Let's do a shadow reading. I know you're like, Maria, you read shadow anyways. What's the difference? There ain't any. I just like adding the word shadow. Well, I'm sure there are, but for today there aren't. All right. We're gonna take this one too. Isn't that sweet? We get a bonus card. Okay, you guys know the routine. Pick a card, any card. This one you're gonna get no matter what, so don't even bother picking it, but pick a card, any card. Okay, which card did you pick? I'm gonna start with this one, because this is the card that I picked. Ah, shit. Okay, so we've got conflict, right? We've got the Five of Wands, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people fighting with 5 wands. Isn't that convenient? And we've got I'm gonna say he's a bird of prey, probably a falcon, because falcons show up in the card a lot. And this is probably another one. And I don't know if they're fighting with each other, because take a look at that. That kind of looks like they might be trying to fight each other. Or yeah, I'm gonna say they're even fighting too. So this is just like everybody's at war with everybody. What I want you to take a look at this week, because of this card of being fighting with everybody, and wands. The wands are the card of action. The wands are the card of a movement. They are fire, right? We have fires under our ass that cause us to move, right? So the conflicts that are happening this week, what are honestly these conflicts about? Is it just so-and-so being a bitch and wants to fight with you? Or is it actually, maybe, potentially, the universe giving you a sign that something needs to change? Take a look at the person you have the conflict with. Does something need to change? Because only when we are in pain, only when there's a fire lit under us, do we actually move. Otherwise, we don't want to leave our comfort zone. So when we have a lot of arguments, we have a lot of fights, it's time to look at what is happening. Are you not communicating properly? Is somebody else not communicating properly? Are you jumping to conclusions way too fast, and you assume you know what the other person is saying when you really don't? What is happening that is causing these conflicts, and what needs to change to stop the conflicts? It could be as easy as saying, you don't understand me, please repeat what I said, so that way I can try to find where the miscommunication is at. It can be as easy as saying, I need some time to cool down because I can feel the fire burning under my ass and I'm going to start screaming in a little bit, so I will talk to you in about 30 minutes. It could be as difficult as going, this relationship, this job, this whatever needs to probably end. I have to find a new job. The bird up here, try to remove yourself from the emotion, so that way you can see everything as a whole, because it takes 2 people to fight. Okay, so if we've got 5 people here, that's a lot of people fighting. But if it's just like one-on-one, there's 2 people to fight. Otherwise, their fight is not going anywhere. What part are you playing? Okay. Next card. The Six of Chalices. So the Six of Chalices is about remembrance. It's about changing things. It's about becoming happy. It's about a new way of doing stuff. The Five is usually sadness, betrayal, moving along, changing, right? Which just happened. So here we have the Six, which means we've already gone through that stuff. And it's a Cups, which means emotions. So what kind of things do you need to remember about your emotions? Because it comes right after this fighting card, and I said, what part do you play in the fight? You need to actually take a look at what part you play in any kind of fight. Are you suffering from childhood experiences where everything that is said is an insult? So everything that is said now is somehow an insult, and that's how you accept it, and you have to defend yourself. Or are you suffering from the feeling of your cup is always empty? So anybody who has a full cup is being troublesome and you need to defend yourself. Or are you not defending yourself? Because that is also a problem. Are you so entwined in a past where everything was beautiful and loving, and like everybody around you were always trying to make sure you were okay and you were protected and you were sheltered and you never suffered anything? So now you see the exact same thing happening and you just don't understand how come anyone could be fighting with you, because you're just the best person ever, and all of your history tells you this, right? And you need to stand up for yourself and quit being a doormat. Although that's not the word you would use, right? You're loving and you're wonderful, and just you don't understand any of it. Okay, the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is you've gone through all of the shit, you've done all of the work, and here is your happy ending. Okay, so if you chose this one, you see these things already. You've already done your shadow work. Remember I said it was a shadow work? You've already done your shadow work. You understand the parts that you play in all complications that happen. You understand how the history of your emotions and how your perception of your emotions play in these aspects. And you've done the work, so now you really don't have any fight. If you chose either one of these two cards, you're gonna do the work about that, like what's going on in your history, what's going on in your emotions. How do your emotions change the perception of everything that's going on around you? Are you at fault all the time? Are you not at fault all the time? Are you a doormat? Do you let yourself get drained and then you have to defend yourself because you're so... What's going on this one? This one, you need to know why you're constantly in the fight. Okay, this one, you've already done the work. Happy, congratulations, time for you. Okay, the shadow card. The Nine of Wands. So, take a look at this card. Really, really, really look at this card. I love this card, and the reason I love this card is because we see a bear over here, right? And there's some hills and some mountains behind him, which means there's a lot of struggle over here in this card. There's going to be uphill struggle to try to get over the mountains. You're going to have to fight the bear, right? But people go, well, there is a barrier right there, Maria. You're safe. All of these wands are making like a cage around you, so the bear can't get you. There's nothing right here showing there's anything behind him, and then that's behind him, not in front of him where the bear is at. So no, it's not really a barrier. It's like blocking him in, if anything. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my throat got very dry. It's blocking him and the bear on the same side, if anything. He does have a wand in his hand, which we have, at least he has something to use to fight with, right? Now take a look at these cards here for just a second, because this is the shadow card, right? And we have constant fights. Your emotions are what cause the constant fights, or the way that you perceive or project, or however you want to go about the word. We've got the chalice for those of you that have gone through this work already. They've done the shadow work already. So here, our shadow work is saying, one, You've got 9 different tools at your disposal to use however you deem necessary to protect you from this thing, to protect you from your projection, to protect you from your acceptance, to protect you from this monster, which is probably the arguments that you're constantly finding yourself in. Now, also, along with these tools, they're also blocking you there. So there's no way for you to hide. You have to face this, or it's going to constantly happen. There is no protection barrier. Okay? There are protections, but there's nothing keeping this monster away from you because everything is behind you. You're gonna have to really truly do this work if you want to take this week's reading seriously. If you don't want to take this week's reading seriously, just go ahead and end the video. I'll see you next week. Bye. If you want to take the week seriously and you want a free shadow lesson, you're gonna have to do the work. You have to actually sit down and think about what is causing all of this stuff, which I already told you to do, right? And then you need to think, what tools do you have at your disposal to stop it? Because that is extremely important. What tools do you have to help you stop? Okay? You're not going to want to see them. That's why they're behind him. There's only one that you like. But you have so many at your disposal. What are they? I can't do the shadow work for you. Your shadow work is your shadow work. I can help you. I can guide you. But I can't do it for you. So I can't tell you what your tools are. And I can't tell you what your monster is. All I can tell you is that it is creating trouble. Right? Okay. So, to recap. You're going to have to sit down. You're going to have to look at your part in all of the arguments, all of the conflicts, all of the situations that you keep finding yourself in. You're going to have to look at how your emotions play a part in this. Are you docile? Are you judgmental? Are you constantly assuming other people's meanings? What exactly is happening? And then you're going to look at how those things are reacting and how you either fight or don't fight, right? And you're going to have to try to figure out what your tools are to help you not do this. So for example, if you're a doormat, you're going to have to hold a couple more wands or have a couple more wands in front of you. You need better barriers. You need better protections, shields. You might have to cut people out of your life. If you are constantly assuming, you need to stop and have some more empathy, some more compassion. Try to understand the other person's words. Maybe say, this is what I understand. Am I correct? If you are constantly angry, you might have to have some kind of anger management. You might need meditation or Tai Chi or visualization to help you not be as angry, to help you be able to accept other people's opinions as a valid opinion and not try to fight with them about it. So there's a lot of stuff, and this is not just a one time and we're done, because there's 9 different wands right here for you, okay? So it's going to take a while. But you can do it if you really, really, really want to. All right, so long ass video. I'm very, very sorry. Cards were very talkative today, but you know the drill, and I will see you tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. Bye.